go.
Yep.
Go.
I think we're on
Yep.
stream. All right. So hello, everyone. Vintage, would you like to introduce everybody?
Yes. So joining me for this wonderful run is...
All right.
Beautiful.
So hello, everyone. Vintage, would you like to introduce everybody?
Yes. So joining me for this wonderful run is Large Michael and Joey Freefall.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody?
You have to introduce yourself as well.
Oh yeah, Vintage McNugget. I play Rose LTS typically, normally, when I have free time. What else? I don't know what else. But welcome. Welcome to my run where I hope that I don't mess up.
Yeah, we're gonna hope he does not mess up.
That's right.
But,
I'm excited for more heroes. Yesterday we had both some Team Sonic super hard mode stuff with Nacho, and then Mikey and I did our Chaotix run. And now we are getting at least my personal favorite category in the game, Team Rose LTS.
So this is actually the first category that all three of us started with? Question mark?
Well, yeah. I started with Rose. Technically not LTS, but...
Yeah, you started with Rose normal.
Yeah.
I think I also started with Rose normal.
No, I started with Rose LTS about 7 months ago, I believe.
Yeah. So right now, this first level that Vintage is doing is called Seagate. This is the only tutorial level that any of the teams are required to play. And it's a very interesting one because there's actually a lot of text boxes that you have to mash through as you're kind of platforming. And an interesting thing about them is that there's no real limit to how fast you're able to mash through them. As fast as you can, as fast as you want to be going. Oh my god. So
yeah, as long well, I mean, if you could mash more than frame perfectly, then it will not work. But like,
oh yeah.
You can't go faster than 60 times a second. So good luck.
Really?
Right. Yeah. But ironically, even though it's the level that's supposed to be teaching you the game, and it's the first one you play, it's actually one of the more technical levels. So
it's honestly a really good, even though it's a tutorial for casual gameplay, it's kind of a good tutorial for speedrunning as well.
Yes.
You end up doing a lot of strats.
Vintage with the 201, pretty good. Pretty good start to this run.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
You actually saw at the very end, he homie attacked the goal ring, and it actually skipped the last text box right before the end. So neat little trick you can do there.
So we didn't have to listen to Omo Chan.
Frame perfect trick.
Did you say it's perfect? No, it's not frame perfect. But
oh, okay.
I thought it was, and then Aura.
I could have just lied.
Then Aura corrected me.
Let's go.
Just as long
I was
as
like, that's what I thought it was.
Amy,
oh my god.
As long as Amy is inside of the goal ring, and you switch to her as Cream, and your feet are on the ground, it should work.
Yeah.
Usually I get it, but
so at the start of this level, Vintage did something really interesting. He rocket excelled towards the ledge and then pressed B right before he left the ground. And what happened was he did what we call a hammer jump, where we start a grounded attack on the ground and then carry our speed over into the air and cross a really large gap. That's actually a reset point for a lot of runners there, and Vintage got it first try, so let's go.
Yeah, very nice.
Very happy that I got it first try. I haven't been very successful with it lately.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta like go for it and hope.
It's true.
So, similar to Chaotix, if you were watching that yesterday, Team Rose uses a lot of these ground pounds with Big to get speed. You'll see Vintage do the ground pound and then switch to Amy before he hits the ground and kind of takes off. And that is a very unique movement option to both this team and Chaotix. Sonic and Dark do not have access to that, so it's one of the defining sort of characteristics of these runs.
Yeah. Next up is Ocean Palace as well. It's like pretty similar to Seaside Hill. You pretty much get to go through 2 stages that look similar and then a boss. And we do that like, what, 6 or 7 times?
I think there are like 7 worlds technically, if you want to call them that.
Yeah. So that's another cool thing. So you don't get to just like have one stage and then you just do something completely different. It's kind of like, I don't know. I like it because if you like a certain area, you get to play another one that is like similar to it right after it.
Yep.
And the gimmick of this stage is these falling blocks everywhere. Sometimes you're going to want to try to go under them. Sometimes you have to go around them because they'll fall too fast. And these
They're
doors,
deceptively easy to get hit by, I think.
and if you want to get an insanely good time, you're going to have some crazy inputs to get through these doors as fast as possible. It's it's definitely one of the things that I practiced for like at least a couple hours.
Yeah, and Vintage was able to skip that fan back there by jumping from the path that he was on with Cream all the way up to the path above. Cool little skip there.
Big sub base.
Big is so big.
True. And we're on good pace for this Ocean Palace as well. A pretty good run so far. This turtle section is actually the first section that we would normally be skipping in a non-LTS run. We would normally bop boost or power fly, actually. There's two different strats to get by this. But for LTS, we're going to be taking the turtles. So Vintage knows he's got to take the cannon in flight and then work his way to the end.
Yep, it's pretty perilous jumping between a couple of these, but you know the cannon just always shoots you right there. But one of the jumps was a huge reset point for me, at least.
Oh yeah,
between the first two turtles.
Definitely. There's a lot of different ways to do that jump, but some of the more faster methods are very scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the belly flopping on the edge. Nope,
Yeah.
not doing it. It's not worth it.
The Vintage is coming up on the first boss of the run, which is Egg Hawk.
Egg cock, yep. Good old
Yep.
favorite.
Vintage is first going to go backwards and get the invincibility power up in the rightmost box. And then he's going to lure Egg Hawk backwards so that he ends up stopping at the little sand area. And from there, using invincibility, he can just defeat the boss very quickly.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a specific area you need to stand in with or jump with Big. Yeah, this area right here at the top of the loop. If you are too close to this sand pit here, he does not stop like this. And you can actually walk too far back. If you actually lure him too far back, he also does not stop here. And that was very clean. You kind of just want to fight as fast as you can. And kind of aim
mash
for
that B button
spot, like near his eye. What was that? Like a 21 or 22?
25. Not bad.
25.
Yeah, it helps that Egg Hawk kind of like rotates into you. So literally all you have to do is press B.
And you also have invincibility from that box. So even if your attack did not give you invincibility, like with Vector, you're still completely invincible because of the box.
You mean Big?
No,
But yeah, you said Vector.
If you were Vector, he has no invincibility on his attacks, but he's still fine.
Oh, true, you're right. Because Big is base. You need a big bag in the
I
chat.
typically call Vector Big by accident. It's not normally the vice versa.
They're all big.
We all love Big here. You can't not love Big.
I definitely know people who don't, but
well, then they're not actually people. You have to love Big.
It's required.
You went on the Tony's Game Lounge podcast. What did you say your favorite video game character was?
I don't remember. Oh, I like Dry Bones, honestly.
You picked Dry Bones?
I love Dry Bones.
That's an interesting choice.
That's a really sick pick.
Yeah.
Don't talk shit about Dry Bones.
Yeah.
I swear.
Didn't Venom also say Big, Mikey?
Yeah.
Big is base, though.
Yeah, so
Yo,
you saw Vintage. Yeah, I did say Falco. But Big is up there. Top 5. You saw that Vintage jumped on the very edge of that speed ramp and then went over the rainbow rings. So I don't know if this is true in other Sonic games, but depending on where you touch the speed ramps, they actually send you like different heights and distances. Also, right here, he's gonna go for. Oh my god! Save. Huge save.
I did that the other day too.
Yep, so the underside of that bridge, you're supposed to defeat the enemies, and then the bridge will fall down for you, and you just kind of wait for it. But we don't have time for that because we're speedy gamers.
Because
so.
we're big.
He just used Big's belly flop, turned to cream, and then got a ton of distance and flew right underneath it because it's not solid. And he actually almost died trying to do that, but was able to save it.
Yep, and you'll see that he's taking a lot of these springs with Big to get a belly flop and get back to the ground as fast as possible, because you don't really want to be spending too much time in the air. Case in point. Oh. And if you rocket excel into these poles, you pretty much instantly get the wind hitbox that allows you to start going up the pole, as opposed to jumping in the air and doing a slow hammer twirl animation.
Yeah. As a kid, I thought you had to tornado all of those.
Yeah, and if you're level 3 Amy, or level 3 any speed character for that matter, can just homing attack a rail.
I thought you couldn't do it with Amy.
Yeah, level 3 Amy.
I thought you couldn't. I know the other ones you can.
You can.
So coming up on this rail section, you see Vintage switching between Big and Amy really quickly on rails. So when you press B on rails in this game, you get a short little animation that speeds you up. And as long as you're holding the B button and switching between flight and speed, or sorry, power and speed, that animation will come out instantly, the frame that you switch. So you can just switch between characters and speed up really quickly like that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Joey, do you know of any time in particular that we are level 3 Amy homing attacking a pole? Because I think the stages are so short for the most part that we don't typically get 3 checkpoints to get 3 level ups, or we don't really kill that many robots.
Yeah, I don't know. The one instance would be like Egg Fleet to do the propeller thing, but we actually skipped that, so
yeah,
I don't know if there's ever...
Yeah, I didn't get high enough. I tried! I'll try again.
Yeah, those are really precise. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know why you don't get the right amount of height, but you can chain.
It's probably like where you hit it. It's probably
I'm
something
that
dumb
too.
like
if
that.
you hit it more towards the middle. Oh god, where's the exit? Okay.
You found it. But yeah, it's possible to skip that elevator using the speed rings. It's actually not enough height to use the speed rings alone. You actually have to get what's called a flight excel boost right at the end as well, where you press A as soon as your flight meter runs out, and you get a tiny bit of extra height that lets you skip it.
And you just saw him have skewed gravity and belly flop with Big. You can actually chain those together and pretty much do them infinitely, and if he did that, that is called power flying, and that's banned in LTS, but just doing one little one, we'll let it slide. They don't mind.
What am I doing? Hold on. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We survived.
One of the
there's so many different ways to do this area. All 3 of us do a different way.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, we're speedy gamers. So
I like that ground excel jump with Amy to skip like 3 of the enemies you have to homing attack at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're not level 2, because if you're level 2, you just kill them instantly and you can chain homing attacks a lot faster. But since he was level 0 Amy at that point, you pretty much have to like bounce and wait until you get enough distance away so that you don't bounce on the same one twice. And let's cross our fingers and pray.
We should be
God.
fine. I'm gonna knock on the wood.
Team Sonic God.
Yeah, the Team Sonic God.
Hopefully this team fight is better than mine yesterday. Oh, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were gonna get it. They kind of just chilled for a little
It was
bit.
a really weird fight.
I hate this fucking fight. It's so it's like consistent, but it's not. It's weird.
So essentially, Team Sonic is programmed to always jump over you if you put out a hitbox, and it just so happens that the hammer twirl that you can do to break the boxes behind you will put out that hitbox at the perfect time. Team Sonic will try to jump over you, and they won't have any floor behind you to catch themselves with. So it ends that fight very quickly.
And Casino Park is one of the fastest stages in Team Rose LTS. Even though there's no like major skips or anything, this is still less than a minute if done like very cleanly. Ooh, very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Sideways camera. Don't typically see that angle. So right here, it's
angle.
yeah, right here, it's very important that he stays above the pinball table here and then falls. Yep, right behind those squares like that. That was perfect.
This is like the only one. That's like the only spot you can go in to like get to this area with any amount of speed.
Right.
Like every other I don't know, chute? I don't know what you want to call these little things. Tubes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Every other tube
call them like pipes,
little one
I guess.
is just so bad, and you
Yeah.
are on the table for like a minute.
That was me during practice.
Right,
No,
now,
really?
I'm assuming he's
So
gonna
there-
go for.
So there you saw him waiting around after getting off the table. It's because one of his characters had fallen into a pit and died. If one character has fallen and died, then you have to wait for them to come back. Uh-oh.
No, we're good.
Oh, weird.
Ooh, let's go.
If both characters have fallen into a pit, then they both come back the frame you touch the ground after the pinball table. So a little bit of waiting.
Yeah, what Vintage just did there was actually an exploit of pinball mechanics in this game, just changing the fact that when you switch characters on a pinball table, you actually just go to wherever they land, as opposed to them coming to you like normal. So he got above the table, thundershoot Big down to the platform below where the end of the stage is, landed on the table and just switched to him. And Big was just right there and he could end the level really quick. And then here, Bingo Highway is probably one of the more technical levels in the run, I would say.
We're
Would
the
you
worst
say that-
level in the run. Some
You
may
say
say.
that a high level is probably the hardest level in the game.
The most inconsistent level in the game.
Yeah, probably.
I would say, yeah, at high level, probably. Yeah, I would say, I was going to say Egg Fleet, but I actually think overall this one's probably harder.
I actually don't think the Egg Fleet is too bad. Unless I'm misremembering something, or if I'm forgetting some piece of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're solid at the warp, then it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So right here, this is the one uphill pinball table that we actually can't skip. We have to play this one, but hopefully it ends up going pretty well.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh my gosh.
The controls on this are way worse than they might look. You
They're
don't have as much
horrendous.
influence over where you're going as you might think. So
Just by
honestly,
that, we
right
lost, what, 15 seconds?
I've gotten stuck there way worse than you just now, so...
That's
yeah,
true.
That was not bad at all.
Yeah. And there you see he got both of the checkpoints as Cream, so that as soon as he gets off of this table, he's level 2 and can kill enemies in one hit. And there's going to be, what, 2 enemies or 3 enemies?
3.
That you have to kill? Yeah, 3.
Oh, that one was a little high.
Yep.
Very nicely done.
Thank you.
And I'm assuming no door clip.
Hell no. I ain't you.
So you can clip through this door, actually. You don't have to kill all those enemies and open the cage, but it is very tricky, and even the best runners screw it up. So I respect just team blasting.
Ooh. Didn't expect that.
It's pretty fast with Team Rose. Team Blast is not that slow.
Mm-hmm.
If Chaotix had to go through this area, which they don't, I have a feeling that people would do at least 3 attempts of the door clip before trying to team blast.
Yeah,
The team
right
blast
here.
just, like, 10 seconds.
Yeah, so we saw that Cream and Amy were both, they both had fell off the table. And that means that as soon as Vintage landed down at that bottom section, they were going to come back frame 1, which is very convenient. Because sometimes you can end up falling down to that end section there and having to wait a little while for them to come back.
Yep. I don't know what to say. I'm so like not used to this.
Yeah, this is a very good run for you so far.
It is. Funny frame? Blessed run.
Yeah.
That's fucking blessed.
Vintage, did I believe that I went 0 for 8 in funny frames over my All Stories run?
Wow.
And I mashed for all of them. I'm like, please.
I still think it's like time sensitive. I really think it's at like some point.
Yeah, it's the 3rd frame before the cutscene starts, or before your character models load in.
Oh, good RNG. Let's
like
go.
3:16 on the clock is usually when you press
Oh.
B and then it works. Also, very good
clock?
RNG.
I
Yeah,
just
he's
like
like,
a clock. There's a clock up there?
yeah. I can't believe you've been getting it without it. That's crazy.
I've just been like looking at the cutscene and being like, okay, when Eggman's car reaches this location,
Car.
let's go ham.
When his floaty
flying
thing.
car.
Yeah. So, small degree of RNG on this. It's pretty forgiving with Team Rose, but Vintage was able to get his level 2 Cream very early, and you can see that she just like absolutely wreaks havoc on this fucking level.
That second to last phase, I've typically seen people go with Big for that, but he actually got a really quick kill with Cream. So it honestly might have even saved a little bit of time.
I usually use Cream there. I mean, it's probably the same,
Like it.
really. But
It's also really satisfying to see a single Thunder Shoot just go and like kill all 10 or 12 enemies there.
Yeah. Yeah, Cream is like, well, Flight in general is just insanely broken on those levels.
this is true.
Yeah. What do your splits say for this? Does it say Pain Canyon?
Yeah, Pain Canyon. Spelt wrong.
Luckily, a little less painful in LTS.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Honestly, I like the bot boost for this stage.
Yeah, I like landing with it sometimes. Sometimes the camera can be a little annoying. But the boost itself isn't too bad.
We're gonna skip a little bit right here.
Ooh,
You're fine.
there we go. We're good.
All good. One
We're
of the
fine.
benefits of doing that jump as Cream is that you can catch yourself.
That's why we do it as Cream, and I don't do it as Big.
Alright, jump a little gap here. And this rail switch can be really tricky.
I'm not doing it.
Not doing it. That's why.
Very tricky,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Yeah, either you hold right and press A to do a rail switch, and because it's like bouncing up and down like that, it can be very risky to do. Otherwise, the other thing you can do is just neutral stick jump and then drift over to the other rail. Or just take the spring on the end like Vintage did.
Yeah. These rails, for some reason, I feel like you have so much speed on, even without like without boosting or like doing anything.
Yeah.
Like the switching between power and speed. I feel like that rail is just like really fast.
Also, I liked there that Vintage jumped off the pole a little early at the top of it, just to
Yeah.
save a second.
Big didn't want to come. I
That's
called
fine.
over Big. Big was like, nope, not today.
Team Rose also has that same switch to flight to get over the rainbow rings there that you saw.
Every team does, actually. It's a completely universal, and every team actually goes through this section as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You saw that Vintage switched rails over to the right and actually skipped over 2 rails. So you kind of have to be mindful of when you do that rail switch to land on the one that you want to land on. And again,
race, Joey, I switched 3 rails. I don't know how I did it.
I've done that before. Or when you switch and it yeets you off. That's also a good one too.
Another good.
It's really good. It's pretty good for this run. Let's go.
Bullet Station is one of the shorter ones. Essentially, at the start, you're essentially playing an auto-scroller in a way. There's just a cannon about 30 seconds into the stage, and there are different cycles that it basically shoots every 3.5 seconds. So we'll see what cycle Vintage ends up getting here.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get the best one. We can try.
Yeah, neat little ground excel jump there to get to that vertical rail. And then he actually went right underneath that robot by rolling.
Ooh.
It looks like we're getting the
34 probably. Because, oh wow, we're getting worse.
Blame Cream.
I blame Cream. 37. Not cool today.
It's really hard to get all 3 of your characters to get in the cannon all at once.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there was like a tiny skewed belly flop, and we're gonna see an even more skewed belly flop there.
I love that one.
Me too.
Well, that's pretty slow, but we're fine.
And that's rail switch that just the game thinks you want to rail switch to the rail up top, so it just gives you insane height for like just a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That was my old strat, bouncing over the boxes like that.
Yeah, because I don't trust the platform underneath.
That is very fair.
Yep. If there's one spot that you're gonna clip through the floor and die as a casual,
it's gonna be right there.
It's in between those trains back there.
All right, and we are coming up on what I think almost every runner would agree is the hardest boss in the run.
Or the stupidest boss.
Except for probably first cycle Emperor.
Yeah, if you're going for first cycle Emperor, that's probably a little harder, but this is definitely any cycle on this boss is hard.
Sure.
Essentially, there are 3 phases. First one, ideally, is going to end pretty quick. We're going to just get behind Albatross and do a lot of damage with Big. Big, actually, one of the better power characters in the run to deal with this boss because he's got a lot of invulnerability on his attack. So you can see Vintage could stand pretty much right inside of Albatross. That was a great phase 1. He's going to lure Albatross backwards for phase 2. Do a very similar thing right here.
Not bad, though.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Getting some good damage in. This should maybe, let's go.
So the thing that happened there, if once your teammates are on your shoulders as Big, and you start mashing B and shooting them off like baseballs, there's no way you'll get popped up in the air. But if you are still, I guess, in the initial attack animation and like collecting them to your shoulders, and you take damage, quote unquote, because Big has invulnerability, but if you would have taken damage, you get popped up in the air, so you start belly flopping. Which honestly isn't too bad, because belly flop does a ton of damage anyway. It's just slower. So if you need like 3 damage, I've definitely had it to where like I belly flop 2 or 3 times, and he needs like 1 health, or he's got like 2 health left. Yeah,
that was a very good fight. You can definitely find yourself sometimes chasing Albatross back and forth over and over, trying to end, especially phase 2, and we saw Vintage get through it pretty quick there.
He played it pretty smart, honestly.
Alright, so Frog Forest. We're going to be doing a lot of jumps that skip smaller sections of this level, and Vintage has to be careful about how to manipulate the camera, because auto cam in this level in particular, you can see it there.
As you can see.
The most helpful.
But
yeah, it's very important.
The big frog will help us.
Because this game essentially has the same camera as SATX between like free cam and auto cam. You just don't change it in the menu. You change it with the triggers. So you're always auto cam until you hit the L or R trigger or touch the C stick at all, and then it like gives you control in a free cam. And with that being said, you can also lock the camera in place in SATX by holding the triggers, and that same technique applies in Heroes as well.
Yeah, that's in SA2 too. That's in like all of the adventure era games, pretty much.
I wonder if you could do it in Shadow. You would assume so.
I don't know if you can. So coming up on this section here, we've got a pretty. Oh, okay. We'll take the flower.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. No.
It's also good to take the flower with cream just in case, because you want to land.
You do fall,
If
yeah.
you don't, you will just die.
It doesn't put you up here normally, right? You jumped off early.
Yeah.
Or does it
Yes.
actually? Okay. I've never seen that
Normally
before.
Normally it brings you all the way into that like beehive thing.
Mm-hmm.
But getting off early, landing on there, and then jumping down as cream
Yeah.
is very comparable time-wise to the jump.
I should have put that in my beginner tutorial. I didn't know about that.
Well, what I used to do was I used to do the flower and then go as big and then just belly flop down the honey, the hive, the honey hive.
Yeah, you would take the flower all the way to the entrance of the beehive, and then just belly flop all the way down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So right here, we're gonna use this slope coming up to make a big jump and skip.
Yeah.
Going around that tree like that.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Well.
Also, a very small optimization that I found kind of recently for this stage. As you're running on that bottom level, there's a big enemy with a hammer, and both of your teammates will essentially homing attack him as you walk by without you doing anything. So if you wait for them to do that and switch to cream and mash A, you get a catch-up flight 100% of the time, which is a really fast way to get a lot of height is cream, and you get a lot of distance too.
Oh, you're gonna have to show me that. That sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm doing it in dark. It works for, I think, every team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you'll see that when I do my dark run tonight. I kind of found it in the last week or two.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a lot of catch-up flights because I think they're one of the coolest pieces of movement in the game. So I'm always looking to see when my
Oh
my
shit!
teammates,
Whoopsie.
like go away, because as soon as they leave, that's when you can get it.
Yeah. I think Vintage. Did you mean to pick out one of the checkpoints? Yeah. So
I
normally-
thought I hit the button and I didn't hit the button.
It's all good. Yeah, normally
But we're
that
all
last
set.
room there, you'll use Big's
Whoa.
like spinning fishing rod combo thing that he normally does. But you have to have at least level 1 to do that, and that requires getting one of the checkpoints with Big.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I forgot I didn't get the checkpoint.
But cleaned it up at the end regardless.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're all set.
All right, here's the
Okay.
second hardest boss in the game. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
I said Albatross was hard. He's nothing
Yeah.
compared to these
Yeah.
guys.
Team
This is
Chaotix.
probably the 6th hardest or the 7th hardest boss in the game
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
for this run at least.
Definitely top 7 hardest bosses in this run.
It's even harder with the Team Rose fight. Oh god.
There we go.
Insane. How does he do it?
I know, right? I didn't even try and get the fast strat either.
Yeah, sometimes you can do it in just one tornado if you do it pretty much as soon as you get control of Amy. You just have to make sure that Vector gets hit. So what I do is I do it as fast as I can, and I see if Vector gets hit, and if he doesn't, or if I think he's going to land on the ground, then I just do another one immediately.
Yeah, sometimes you can get him with just one tornado, and it saves like, I think 2 seconds? Something like that.
Alright, here's my favorite IL in the game.
This level's so cool.
It is.
Yeah, so the first thing that we're going to be doing after the loop is skipping by the door that is shut in front of you. Normally, you're supposed to break the boxes to your right and go through this whole like switch. I almost want to call it a side quest, but you go and open the switch or open the door with a switch. But instead, we're just going to rocket excel at this door and switch to cream right before we touch it.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa, so close. Oh,
So close.
Yeah,
So
we're not having a fun time. Hold on, I'm gonna need to kill
The
them.
annoying part about this is that there's that sentry robot above you that spawns enemies like that.
yeah. It only spawns one set though, so you can just let him live.
Well, you kind of have like somewhat of a time limit. Jesus.
Yeah, you have about 3 or 4 attempts before it notices you.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm starting to think that this is just concrete.
We've all been in this spot before with this door, I'm sure.
New
Yeah.
dolphin patch.
There we go.
There we go. That's what it looks like.
I think
There's
we're still
actually-
I think we're still sub-minute pace. Easily.
But yeah, there's that clip you just saw with Kareem, and then there's also, if you get enough speed, you can actually just rocket excel and roll right through it with Amy.
Well, that works too.
Another option.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm too
that's
low.
Oh.
I got the checkpoint. We're fine. See? We're good.
That's interesting though. Normally I have not really seen people do that. Yeah, this is what I normally
Yeah,
see.
this is what I normally do too, but I was dumb.
You can see the camera being real nice there.
Yeah.
Don't switch to big. If you switch to big before you hit that thing, you just die.
Yes.
I did that on PB pace when I was doing Rose normal, and I did not know that it would do that.
I've done that on PB Pace too. And when I was a kid, and I'd be like, why did it kill me?
Yeah. So that last section is able to be skipped almost entirely because there's no kill planes out there, and the goal ring's just tucked right underneath that little wall.
Yep.
You know, if that's, you know, if that's all that I fucked up, then I'm happy. That's fine.
This is still a really good run.
Yes.
Awesome run.
Yeah. Alright, this is my personal favorite level in the
This is
run.
probably my least favorite level.
This is one of my favorites, easily.
Yeah, I
Why
really
do you
like
not like this, Mikey? Why do we not like
It's
this?
so
I need to know.
awkward and non-linear, and like you have to backtrack for things. I just
Yeah,
like,
because it's cool.
not enough up right now. Okay, we got some up.
Let's go ring box jump.
Is that the Joey strat?
That's a Joey
Did
strat.
you find that?
That's a Joey original.
Joey original.
Vintage.
Copyright, do
Mikey
not
box.
steal. Oh, that was kind of lame.
Oh, Mikey box? Maybe?
Yeah,
No.
Mikey box, wipe off. No? It's so
No.
easy and good and fun.
See, sometimes I get up there and sometimes I don't.
Yeah, so actually, that minecart section, you can actually thunder shoot from really far away, and then if the character you thunder shoot is hits the trigger, it just drags all of your characters over there really quickly.
It's extremely useful. It really is.
So there's this switch in this box in the top left. Kind of the Mikey box, a little bit.
And Vintage goes right side. Most people go left side that I know, but it doesn't really change anything. I thought they were different distances, but they're not. It's,
I did not
symmetrical.
know that he did right side. That's interesting.
I always do right side.
It's totally symmetrical, and I did not believe it when I first saw it. I was like, dude, go left side. It's so much easier. He's like, it's the same.
It's the same side. Alright. Funny frame 2. Will we get it? Will this be
Yeah,
a
so
blessed
me
run?
and Joey both got first funny frame in our race, and we did not get second funny frame. So if you can get both funny frames, you have instantly
I'm a
beaten both of
god.
us.
If I can do it. Nope. I'm not a god.
Sag.
So it's a complete repeat.
Yeah, that works exactly the same way as the Robot Carnival one.
And this will be the first time you're seeing Team Blast glitches.
Yes.
We didn't do any. We did some in Chaotix. We didn't really talk about it too much. essentially, if you press B and switch to another character in the flight formation on the same frame, the game does not know whether or not you're attacking or switching character, and it just like it kind of freaks out for a second. And you attack. How many? Do you know how many times you attack?
4.
4?
To fill up the meter. Oh, you mean like when
how
you
many attack does a Team Blast glitch?
a lot of times. Yeah.
Probably at least like 30 or 40.
Yeah, something like that. And so he was able to clear out that first wave with Team Blast, and then what that allows for is, well, it clears up that first wave quickly and also gives every one of his teammates a level up. And for Big especially, that's really important for Robot Storm, because now we can do these fishing rod spin moves that I was talking about, and you can see here just how good that is. That guy didn't even get a chance to fight.
A minute out one, I'll take it. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. In your practice stream, didn't you get like a 54 or a 55?
I got something. My PB that just happened. Oh, I didn't split. Oh, good enough. The PB that just happened, I think I golded this and Egg Fleet.
Nice. Speaking of Egg Feet, we're coming up on the stage.
We need the deal with it. The Savix deal with it. In the chat. we need the Egg Feet. I don't know if Dread's here, but we need Dread's Egg Feet. I don't have a chat open, so I can't spam the egg.
So, this is another candidate for most technical level in the run. So, on top of some pretty tough movement, it also includes a. I'm hesitant to call it a wrong warp. I don't know what to call it.
No, definitely not a wrong warp. Yeah, I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah, it's just an invisible trigger that happens to exist out in the air about halfway through the level that literally just kind of warps you further into the stage, like suddenly. It's very jarring, but also cool. And essentially, we're going to be
It's very interesting.
Yeah, we're going to be using Team Blast to get speed shoes, and then using those speed shoes, we're going to get out of bounds, and then get a chance to touch that invisible trigger to skip an auto-scroller. And that's...
To my knowledge, there's no other team or any stage in any other team that has a warp like this. So I don't know if it's possible.
I think it is, but I think it's extremely hard, from what I've heard.
Well, other teams can do this same Egg Fleet one, but
yeah,
I don't think any other stage has something like this.
No, I don't think so.
Which is so interesting. I bet it has something to do with the way that the stage loads, like, the tips in. I mean, other stages are big like this, but this is definitely the most expansive stage.
Right.
Also, nice Team Blast glitch. First try.
Yep, so now that he's got the speed shoes, he's going to come here and then switch to Cream on this little runway, jump as far as he can, and get inside of this ship thing, I guess. Rocket Excel this way. And then,
there we go.
There it is. Let's go. Very nice.
It was a little scuffed, but it worked.
Oh, no. Revo is right. He says it's also funny that this trick is not used in any normal categories because there's bot boosts to go.
Yeah.
Skip this. So.
If you can believe it, what you just saw isn't even technically fast if we were allowing glitches.
Vintage was gonna go for the wall run.
Oh, I should have. Oh.
I should have.
God, I should have went for Vintage wall run. I should have done it. I could have been a narcissist. I didn't.
And that is yet another very nice level time.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all. I'll take it. Anything's better than resetting on Egg Feet. Alright, now we're going on to Final Fortnite.
Was that a gold for you, Vintage?
No, it wasn't. Was it?
Oh, okay.
No, it was a gold yesterday, I think.
Okay.
It might be. I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I thought the color looked a little more yellow than the other.
Oh, nice. So now we're gonna go down here.
Yeah, not
Here's
too
a lesser seen part of the level.
not too much slower, honestly.
Yeah.
Normally you would take that rail up and then
Ooh.
do another one of those hammer
Oh, we're going
jumps
here.
all the way over to this platform he's about to land on with the checkpoint.
It only loses like what? 10,
4 or 5 seconds.
10, 5 seconds.
Something like that. Here's another hammer jump.
Oh,
Very
well.
nice. Oh,
Amy just
You
didn't
can-
cooperate. It's fine.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
At the
Weird
spot where
thing about
it's
those
relatively
falling,
okay to fall there.
yeah, those falling platforms earlier. If you hold B, your teammates most of the time just instantly get behind you for a rocket excel or a hammer jump, which is interesting.
I haven't noticed that.
And
Yeah.
you have to wait for them, but this time if you press B, like frame 1, they just spawn behind you.
They're very cooperative there, unusually
Oh
so.
my gosh, if that was how the rest of the game worked.
I know, right?
Oh,
It
We
would
need
look
that
weird.
mod.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't like it.
Yeah, not jank enough for us here as players.
I think it would look too jank if they just instantly appeared behind you.
So you can actually take that spring with cream, and then by the time that you're able to control again, you could start a flight and then get up there like that.
Ooh,
That's actually that's an interesting way to fight that guy. Get it with
backup. And most of the time, you're probably not gonna get in the air, but belly flopping on his head was a really good backup.
And then are we seeing loop skip?
we are.
Yes, we
Oh, with
are.
Amy even.
Very nice.
Very bold. That was good.
I meant to go as Scream. It didn't work very well.
You like tried to go as cream,
Ooh.
but I don't think it did it.
We're gonna jump. I meant to switch. It just didn't cooperate. It's fine. Damn, if I didn't mess up Hang Castle, we'd be a PB case. But you know what? It's fine.
This is a fantastic marathon run.
Oh, it was. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not done yet, but it really was.
What
I'm
could
very
possibly go
satisfied
wrong?
with this.
We can say that this was a good run. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, it was. Have you met me? Actually, you have met me.
Yeah, so Emperor, probably the second hardest boss after Albatross.
And after chaotics, but
It goes Chaotix, Albatross, Emperor. And you can beat this boss as early as like 18 seconds if you get a 1 cycle, but it's very difficult to do. So instead, actually, I'm not sure what Vintage.
I don't know what I'm
to go
doing
for
either.
here.
We'll figure it out.
please, for the love of God.
I will commentate as it happens. How about that?
Vintage goes for the strat that makes my heart hurt. It makes my body hurt.
Your brain hurt. Yeah, it makes everything hurt. It's fine.
Okay, so the important thing
Big
is
isn't
you
working
got the
right now.
flight power up there, and he's going
What?
to get the one. in
I'm
this
gonna
balloon
try and
as
do
well.
this. Yeah, it's probably not gonna. Oh.
Look, see.
See, he grabbed on a little bit. He loves me.
Sometimes
Oh,
you do that.
that was
and you
my
take
fault.
damage, and that's what scares me.
That was my fault. It's fine.
Yep, so you can avoid taking damage like that. God, that is the worst.
I know, right? Aren't they lovely?
And then usually you want your characters to latch on like that. And it
One
should
more
take
cycle
one more
before?
cycle there.
Yep.
Yeah, 44. Okay, yeah.
There we're
And-
good.
And there we go. Very, very nicely done. I'm
Very good
impressed.
run. I'm very
That was
satisfied with this run.
GG.
Awesome.
What RTA? What was that to your PB?
Plus
A minute?
146.
Nice.
Not bad.
Not bad. It was really Hang Castle. If we didn't have the Hang Castle mistake, both mistakes, we would probably be
You did
plus
gold egg fleet.
30.
Yeah, there's the egg fleet gold. Let's go.
Oh, I guess it was.
It saved a second over your previous gold.
I guess so. Oh shit! I guess we were right. These aren't my normal splits, so.
We're not? Yeah.
This is what I was told to download. But I mean, even looking at these splits, not bad at all.
Oh, wait, no. That's just the layout, not the splits. These are your accurate splits.
No, I know. But it was just Hang Castle.
Yeah.
We would have been plus 30 or something. But it's all good. It was a fun run. I really enjoyed this. I'm happy I got this opportunity to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
show off Rose. And we've had so many new Rose runners. I mean, not right now, obviously, because school and stuff. But, you know, this holiday, we had a lot of Rose runners.
Yeah.
We had Venom, we had Pretzel, we had Snapkick.
Like 12 people.
Who else? Who else am I missing? I'm missing people.
Did you say Pretzel?
Yes, I said Pretzel.
Yep. Freezy, Mikey, Venom. Yeah, just a lot of people for that race. That was really cool.
Deku bopping you after waking up.
Oh, if this is a PB. You said no, right?
No, not a PB. No. Yeah. I PB'd 2 days ago, though.
Yeah.
If you're reading chat, you are based.
I am based. No, I should look at chat. Hold on, let me look at you.
Yeah. I would just like to call attention to, like, this past year, the amount of just, like, improvement I've seen from the community as a whole with Team Rose, like, especially with LTS.
Even with the
we
warp.
have almost 10 different sub-40s on the boards, which kind of blows my mind.
Yeah.
Vintage, you have to be the 10th sub 40.
I know a lot of people are close.
You have to do it.
Well, I know Venom's really close. If he came back.
Emerald, Venom. So it's like a race. Which of the 3 to 5 people who are, like, you know, possibly going for it can do it first?
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, and it's just wild to me that, like, the world record for this has gotten all the way down. Without bot boosts or power flying, we have a 34, which is just blows my mind. The amount of work that Team Rose gamers have been doing this last year. So I just wanted to shout that out and say that we've gotten so much better at this game. It's cool.
I'm just happy, like, you know, having new runners, and it's really not that hard of a game to pick up. I mean, you do have challenges, but I mean, we have such a good community that, you know, everyone's always here to help.
I've said this a million times. I'm sure I sound like a broken record, but I remember when second place was a 41-minute time. And now all top 5 runs are 37 and below. It's just insane.
That was not that long ago either.
It was not that long ago. It was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little bit more.
Oh,
yeah.
Even Egg Fleet, that was found, what, 7 months ago? 8 months ago? I mean, we're always finding new things. We're always...
I just think it's cool that at the same time that the game is getting, like, a ton of new bot boosts found, on the same hand, or on the other hand, I guess, LTS has also evolved immensely as a result. So both categories are just getting so much faster, and that's really cool.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. And thanks to the event committee and everyone, like Seafood, who does all the work behind the scenes. Seafood, Drum, Refrag, Alpha Dolphin. I feel like I'm missing people. Who am I missing? Am I missing anyone? Scoob.
Working.
I don't know who else. Who else am I missing? You guys know who you are. But thank you for being a part of this. Oh my god, you want to become famous? Oh shit. Oh shit, he's here.
You want to show the IGT quick, Vintage?
Yes, yes I will.
And while you're loading that up, where can the people find you?
Oh, they can find me. Okay, that's not a bad time. I'll take it for messing up Hang Castle. You can find me at twitch.tv/Vintage McNugget. And for the co-commentators, you know, Twitch TV /Big Mikey _ And then free fall. What is yours? Yours is free fall YYZ, right?
Free fall YYZ. Yep.
Yes.
My most watched Twitch channel this entire year.
Let's go.
But this
Also,
was fun. I enjoyed
if you
this.
learn this. Yeah, if you want to learn this category, I do have a tutorial that I'm just released last week I think will help you a lot.
You could drop it in chat. I mean,
you can be the 10th.
Okay, Mimic, calm down there, buddy. I'm already famous. It's fine. But yeah. Am I missing anything, or are we good?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Drop a follow. Stop by. Have fun. And if you want to get into this game, you can always DM me or DM anyone in the Heroes community.
You can just go live saying you're learning Heroes, and you'll instantly get like 10 people who run the game all trying to help you.
Easily. I used to always be there. I'm not there as much, but you can always DM me. But yeah, we're good. Oh my god, what?
All right.
Oh my god. Aura Ace, subscribe to him. Oh yeah, Aura Ace is pretty base.
Are we off the stream?
How could I forget?
Yep.
All right.
Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.
Later, guys. That was fun. Good run, Vintage.
I knew him well. And he loved Froggy. Oh my god, he loved Froggy. I can't believe